Hello and welcome to a new Let's Play series I'm making. If you notice, things are a little different. It's because I'm going to be using Forge. Here's my Forge version. We are currently in 1.7.10. I have 44 mods, and this is a small mod pack I put together of my own. I'm going to go through the list real fast, just like to take a look at what I got in case you want to do the same thing. I'll give you each one will have its version, of course. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Forge. So I'm just going to kind of come down this list, let you look at it. Just see the ones I got, and I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with a lot of these. Some of these come out of Crazy Craft, some of them are from other places. So I just picked the ones I liked and put them all together. I'm using too many items, besides not enough items. They both work about the same, except for one has the searchable heads. So, but it's actually a newer version, so can't get it for this one. So this is the version I went with. Like I said, here's some of the other ones I'm using. I went with Buildcraft. Also went with Galacticraft. I like Galacticraft, so you can visit different planets, go to the moon, just a different experience altogether. For space, I added a few extra ones. For space adds more planets, more places to go, such as Europa, Wormhole. Just adds some more planets and more things to go through. Better furnaces. Of course, cores. Gotta have cores for each different one. Tricapitator had to have that one. Venture backpacks, those are nice if you haven't seen them. Might want to look them up, they're pretty neat to have. Better villages. Carpenter's blocks, of course. Chicken chunks, that comes with the chicken mod. Farlanders, I like those guys, they're pretty neat. More Galacticraft planets, these are originals. The ones up here for Space are the add-ons, so I like it because it gives you more options. That's just another mod one there. Hats, of course. Infernal mobs. Now this one's pretty cool. It adds enchanted armor weapons into each mod, 8 different mobs, and changes them. Iron chest, more space. Ancient crest, so this is a foliage one. Lucky blocks, of course. Mantle, I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember what mantle does, so you want to look that one up. Morph, of course. Furniture mod. Furniture is pretty neat to have. Natura, now this is also one from Crazy Craft. They use that one, you'll recognize the tree. And there's the main one that Crazy Craft uses is ore spawn. Got primitive mobs, roguelike dungeons, and ruins. So each one of these has their website URL. You can go check and see what all they're doing. Some of them are configurable, some of them are not. And like any other Forge, they're disabled, so you can disable them if you want. I like this one because it gets a few extra things on there. So I've already started one, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Now I did start myself with Space Race Manager. Now we're not doing Space Race because we're the only one in here. Looks like I need to update one. Now if you look around, you'll notice that a lot of it is pretty different. Now I did come in here beforehand and kind of oops, that's one thing I need to change. One thing I did do is came in and gave myself a couple of things just to get started. I like these because you can regrow them, and wheat's a little bit different. You don't need much to get far with this stuff because you can just put them in here, and you'll get your barley flour, and each one of those will make a loaf of bread, so you don't have to have 3 to do it, which is really nice. I think that's about all we got over here. Like I said, I did give myself some starter stuff. Doing that being that this the pack we have here is it's kind of hard. So we're going to start ourselves with a temporary home for now. We're not going to stay here long. We're just going to do this for now just because we're here. So we're going to put our house about here. So just give us a little start to get things going before I go and venture into the world. There we go. So that way we're just not stuck stranded and stuff, because like I said, this isn't super easy, and if you never played it before, then you'll understand. Call it cheating if you like, but it's quite alright. So it gives us some stuff to help us along. Like I said, so it's not as bad. I don't know why I put the bed there. Mobs in here are extremely difficult, and okay, where was I? But if you've ever played Crazy Craft, you'll realize how hard it is, and different stuff like those ants there. The ants are brutal. It also has the dimensions. If you're familiar with Crazy Craft, got King, Queen, Mobzilla, stuff like that. If you're not familiar with any of those, they're pretty neat. They're pretty neat mods. The only thing I noticed that didn't change over from what I would expect is there's ant repellent and like Kraken repellent and stuff like that. Now I think the Kraken repellent still works, but there's no there's also ants. There's also termites, and they will devour your house in a heartbeat. So I need to go find their ant hills. They gotta be around here somewhere. I think I seen one a minute ago. There's one. They break real easy. You can just punch them and get them out of the way. I'm sure there's more around here. Some frogs. That's another reason I like it, because the morph mod, you can turn into what you kill. So it's always a nice extra feature to have. I think I got the only anthill around here. I don't see another one. There are stinking ants everywhere, and you can right-click these ants, and it'll send you different dimensions and stuff. This is what I'm talking about in Natura. This is different type of trees. You get different types of wood, and the tree capitator is nice to have because it just drops these trees. You don't have to worry about climbing them or nothing. Beautiful. Better than what it was. So, you know, it's very helpful to have. That's a lot of wood out of that tree. And of course, it gives you eucalyptus saplings. I gave myself some wood, but I didn't realize that tree was that big. Definitely don't want to keep this. Well, I might keep it for later. The reason I started this here, I want to have a decent start to it, and didn't want to have to go through and starve and watch me die a million times and never make it nowhere, because most of the time that's what happens. I'm just going to kind of light it up. Now, like I said, I'm not going to stay here. I'm going to abandon this. This is just kind of get me some food and let me mine for a minute and get a couple things before I just go running out there and die. And so I will abandon where I'm at now. There we go. I like having extra foods too. There's a lot of extra nice foods to have. Okay, so we're just going to store this stuff for now. Go ahead and get our food. See, that's why I like having that other stuff around, because you get non-bread out of that. I think you get like 4 saturation of bread, so we'll go ahead and eat that now, so that way I don't get hungry for a while. But yeah, just kind of got my start here. Kind of give you an idea where the area I'm at. I've got a desert on one side, and then plains over here. So whenever there's some attack squids down there, those guys are mean. This say you can change rainbow ant, frog, pretty much whatever you kill you can turn into. I'm gonna stay away from those guys because they shoot stuff and I have no armor on. This little tab right here does our galactic craft stuff. We'll have to make all that, so in the spaceship. So that'll be interesting. Now the ores for that stuff will be under the ground, as normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to mine in here since we're already here. And just kind of get a start. There we go. Nope. And give you an idea what the ores underground are. There's a lot of, if you're not familiar with any of this, there's a lot of different stuff under here. It's not what you would think it was, but of course anybody that plays Forge a lot will understand. any kind of mods, mod packs, anything like that. So this isn't technically going to be a showcase. This is going to be kind of a little let's play. It's on a server. Well, I'm going to switch it to a server, but I do normal hosts. Okay, this right here is copper. I believe we need copper to make a spaceship, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll take a bunch of this. I'll have to look up what all it takes to build a spaceship and fuel and get all that stuff. But there should be crude oil and stuff lingering around, so we should be able to get all that. But there's tons of different ores on here. That's why I like it. You're not just mining for the same thing over and over. This also has the miner's dream. If you're not familiar with the miner's dream, they're pretty handy to have as well. So that's about all I'm going to get under here. I don't want to get too deep down here. That's another reason I like being next to that, being next to the desert, because I believe survival garden. Yeah, they are miner's dream. So those are pretty impressive to use. One thing, I've given myself a few items, but I'm going to stay away from giving myself too much stuff. I want to work for what I get and create my own stuff, so I think I'm just going to cheat my way through this one. There we go, get this going. So we got some food going. A little bit of stone garden's growing good. These guys over here in these trees are brutal guys. They like tree creatures. They're very hard to kill. I believe they take a lot of damage, so I don't want to. Uh-oh. Well, that was intelligent. There's a brown ant. Okay, now we gotta get away from that. So I don't want to get too close to this guy, so what I do want is a couple cactus. I want the cactus for a reason. I want them because they, there's a nice little spot. We're going to get rid of all these anthills, though. I can't handle the anthills. Which one is that one? It's just a regular ant nest. What I'm worried about is termite nest somewhere. It wouldn't turn out too good. So I'm just going to drop those in there. So it gives us a little start to something where we're at. So it's a good start, and I'm just going to kind of flip through our item list and stuff we can build before we call it a day here. But get cages. It's got the king and the queen of Mobzilla, dragons, ender dragon. I mean, normal stuff you would see. New weapons, armor. Thunderstaff, really like those. So these are the new foods. And BLT sandwiches are great. They feel like 5 or 6 hunger. So they do tons, and then you can get washing machines, kitchen counters. I mean, you can build an actual modern house. And there's the rockets and stuff. So we'll just go through and little bit by little bit, and we'll get it all together and get it going. And it should be a pretty fun series with some new stuff, new mobs, and new things to get and places to go. So we get this bed, and we shall be done with it. Okay, so I'm going to try to start up a new series with this, and we'll see how it goes. Along with continuing with the other one. So I'd like to thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.